1/3 of respondents said they are challenged with measuring content effectiveness, which is the first time this question was included. Is this lower or higher than you would have expected? 1/3 of respondents.
On its face, that number is surprisingly low to me.
Okay.
Because I can guarantee that 2/3 of B2B content marketers are not, in fact, measuring content effectively. So whether there's a delta between what they think they are and whether they are, and if you as an organization are measuring the effectiveness of your content marketing with something so rudimentary as website traffic, then I guess in your own land you are measuring content.
Right.
Is website traffic the optimal way to measure the effectiveness of content? No, absolutely not. So I think there's a delta between what people think they should be measuring and what they should actually be measuring.
Well, and let's go clicks and opens.
Right.
Yeah, among other things.
You know,
how about sales? How about dollars?
I think we have to define
Yeah,
effectiveness, right? What's the goal for that piece of content? And I would argue that it changes based on what program you're executing, where it is in the funnel, what channel you're using, you know, all of those things.
Where it is in the funnel is
it's not
absolutely
just like, okay, here's our little scorecard and we're going to measure opens and clicks and traffic and whatever. You got to say for this piece of content, here's the scorecard. For this program, here's the scorecard. And why not program? It's not just this piece of content.
Absolutely. It's that integrated approach to all of it. And even in the sales funnel, it's did you pass the ball from this phase to this phase? It's not necessarily everything being a closed
There's
sale.
this weird belief that every piece of content, right, is going to generate leads and sales. Right? And how about dinner and a movie first, right? I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk says it really well. He says, too many marketers are treating the world like 19-year-old dudes, right? They're trying to close the deal on the first date. And we talk about in our company this idea of bricks and feathers. You have to have bricks content that has you know, a lifespan and portability and production value, and then feathers like blog posts and things that are more ephemeral. Nobody's going to hire you based on a blog post. Right? You know, no one's going to say, I want your expensive software because this one blog post was so transcendent that I'm ordering IT to get the purchase order ready.
I'm done. Trying to do something that's not going to happen for all these years?
Exactly. But there's this belief that everything you publish, everything you create is a lead generation tool, and it just doesn't work like that.
Well, it always has a form on it.
You know, right? Yeah, it has a form on it.
It's called action.
But I think, you know, I think what you were saying in the beginning, Jay, is that I don't think people know how to measure or what to measure. And I think, oh, I'll just open Google Analytics. Well, look at our top landing page and our keywords. We're done. And I think there's this need for education. It's not that they're dumb. It's not that they're skipping the question. They may be skipping the question, but it's just I don't think they fully understand how to do it.
The expectations from their bosses are for this quarter. Did we make our numbers? Tell me how you helped contribute to downstream revenue, prove it right now, we have to see it, and marketers are scrambling around trying to figure out what can I show them that's going to impress them, and if you have an 18-month sales cycle and you're exercising a nurturing program across that, what are you going to show that's going to make that executive happy?
And what can you show quarter to quarter that continually shows an uptick?
And so until you get to a certain point where you have some history under your belt, you can't show transitions in comparison to look how much better they are now, right? You can't show what's building to contribute to revenue production. And so I think that's what puts marketers in a lot of the position where they grasp at straws, looking for something that looks impressive, right?
Yeah. Well, they also, but the question is also setting the objectives in the beginning and the expectations and understanding from the bosses, okay, what's your goal on this? So that I understand what your goal is. And I'll tell you what my goal is, and I'm going to tell you how we're going to meet in the middle.